that we hold weekly, aside from our regular lead webinars that we have every Wednesday. So basically, let me go ahead and share real quick. There you go. But I want to welcome you guys all tonight, and I want to welcome those that are able to join us on the panel and be able to share their stories with us. But basically, the purpose of our hangouts is just pretty much just to be able to share our stories and discuss a topic that we all might have gone through or are going through right now in our lives. And we usually use this as a tool to break out of our comfort zone, actually, and break out of our shell and be able to move forward in our business. So this evening we got about 3 individuals that are in our business and that I'll be bringing up shortly. But just to give you a little bit about myself, my name is Ed Gonzalo from the island of Guam, and a little bit of my background is I've been working in the health insurance industry right now for roughly about 33 years. And at this point in my life and the stages, I really had planned to be retired, but certain life events has changed those plans, and just like everybody else, we all go through our struggles and our challenges, and it forced me to actually look for something that would help me get better control of my life. And it was because of this system that I came across on my newsfeed that really changed my life and has helped me tremendously in getting back some of that control that I wanted. And we're actually a pretty large community of individuals, like-minded individuals that really want to get more or less get a better way of life, and we're working towards that. And I want to just thank everyone here that's joined us tonight for coming on and being able to share your story a little bit about yourself. So basically, we're going to go ahead. Tonight's topic I want to talk about really is fear, but we'll discuss that after I bring these guys on and they introduce themselves and just tell a little bit about themselves and why maybe they joined. And then after everyone's gone through it, we'll go ahead and discuss the topic after that. So we have Therese, and I see Dan and Lynn. Who wants to go ahead and jump on first? Therese, did you want to come on? Let me see. I think are you muted? Did you hit the mute button on your? No? Are you able to see it on your phone? Well, we can have someone else jump on then until you figure that out. So, anyone else want to come on? Dan or Lynn, did you guys want to come on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I was having some connectivity issues here, so I was like, oh man, I hope I can be able to jump on and speak. But I'm from Eva Beach, Hawaii, and we got started online a few years ago, and it's one of the best decisions we made in our lives because we were looking for something that could help us break free from the rat race, the daily grind of working 60+ hours a week. As a retail manager, as a salary one, as that I was working from when the working when the store would open till super late at night, and man, let me tell you, I was struggling, and this opportunity came along, and we're here today. But yeah, that's just a little about myself, though. I'll go ahead and mute myself on and have the next speaker come on.
I'll come on. My name is Lynn Ventura. I am Dan's wife. Like you said, we were struggling. I'll get a little bit more into it. We were living on credit cards at the end of every month, and we needed to find a way to get out of that situation. and we were looking, like you said, we were working. I was working in retail, and you know, retail, you work all those holidays and everything. And my parents, my parents were sick. My mom had passed away, and you know, I was looking back at the things that I missed with my mom during holidays, and it just so happened that Thanksgiving was coming around, and I wasn't about to miss that with him, you know. So when we found this opportunity, we just took a hold of it and started running, and it's changed our lives. So um, yeah, that's our story.
Thanks, Lynn. Appreciate that. Therese, are you there? Are you able to come on?
Eddie, I think she might need help with you unmuting her.
Yeah. Uh, let's see. I'm actually looking at her screen, so let's see. It's like a white boxer. Yeah. It seems like she's muted because I think she's working from her phone. I don't see. I unmuted her already on my end. Okay. Hopefully she's able to come back on because I was hearing some sound on her part when she came back, and then it's like she left. Oh, there she is. There you go.
Does that work? Did that work?
Yeah,
Oh.
that worked. Let's go. Welcome
I
back.
keep clicking all over the screen to find it. Okay. So we're
just
all
tell
talking. We're all talking about fear here, and my fear. I was like trying to get into the hangout, and my heart is pumping so fast, but I'm like, I gotta do this. I already said I was gonna try to do a video, so because it's only you guys, I'll give it a shot. But
Good job. Good job. You can do it.
thank you. Yeah, you guys are all inspiring. But well, every time I watch, I try to figure out a little bit about myself, what to talk about, where to start. And at my age, there's a lot of years to cover. So, like, how far do we go back? But Lynn and Dan and Ed, you're gonna hear this from me now. So, I started out. I had worked for the government for about 17 years. So that's a long time of service to put into a job. And eventually our government agency sold out to a private firm. And after about 18 months of being a private company, they decided to downsize and do this big riff. So it was about 27 employees that were let go at the time. And I had just had my last two children, who are at the time, I think my daughter was maybe 18 months, and my son maybe just a few months old, maybe like 6 months old. So I had to ask myself, what was I going to do with my life next? What was I going to do with my children? So I took it as a sign, maybe from the Lord, that maybe I should stay home and help nurture and raise them because of their young age. But of course, it only lasts. I need to work. I need to, yeah, to the bread and butter, and so I did, and I found myself working in a financial institution that maybe it's a job. Maybe if I started that like 20 years prior, it wouldn't be such a challenge. But being that I was a lot older and I had, a different mindset, it was challenging to be trained to be a teller and start all over again in like a different company, trying to get used to their ways, or their how would I say it? it's so structured that you have to follow so many guidelines. So on top of that, I'm still trying to be a mother, still trying to be there for my children and stuff like that. But under the private company, I found that it's a lot harder to have to um, get up to a boss and say, "Oh, my kids have something going on at school. And for me to be able to run away and be there for them or take the day off, it was hard. And I come from a small department in the bank, so I'm like the lowest part of the totem pole. So everybody above me has priority. So I was like asking myself, I'm tired of missing out on my children's activities and stuff like that. What can I do to eventually retire? And being that we're a lot older, I did not see retirement coming anytime soon. So one of the big eye-openers was last year, or maybe 2014, and I share this with you, Lynn, where my mother, who's a very active person, fell ill. So close to Christmas 2014, we are trying to figure out what's wrong with her. She got admitted into the hospital. And for such a strong woman to say, "I'm sick, I need to go to the hospital," it was like a wake-up call for us, because for when she's always just so strong. She's always been there for us. So we found out that she was diagnosed. Well, they couldn't even diagnose her in Guam. So that was my trip out to Hawaii in February 2015. So my husband has never had the opportunity to stay home and be, full-time daddy and mommy. And I told him I had to leave. I'm gonna give my mom time to get to Hawaii, see the doctor, try to figure out what may be her condition or what. And then it wasn't a question of whether I was going to go. It was just a question of when was I going to go. So I was able to use the 2-week leave that, the bank allows you to take off and head out there. So, my sister was with her. She got diagnosed with myodysplasia. So I'm thinking, okay, I need to do my part, come out and help take care of mom and to her, her care. And I did that. So my mindset was already put at 2 weeks. So I was allowed 2 weeks to take off. And I wanted to come back too and, just make sure my mom, well, I went out to Hawaii, made sure, my mom is getting the treatment that she needed. And thinking, okay, now we know what we're dealing with. We can bring her back to Guam and get her treated. So, as you talk about, we do what we are programmed to do or what we're told to do. So we're told to take our 2 weeks leave. So I only plan to be gone from work that long. And I left Hawaii, said goodbye to my mom, and came home. Sorry, guys. And that's why I said I'll share this, because it's only you guys. Eventually I'll be stronger and be able to speak without getting so emotional, Lynn. But
yes.
Yeah, I came back to Guam and found out my sister's already calling me saying my mom wasn't doing too good. So I had to get back there. And I was able to land back in Hawaii, but normally 6 p.m., something like that. All the time I was on the plane, I was just saying, "Mom, I'm here, just wait for me." And the night I flew in, a few hours later, my mom passed away. So it was very painful for me because I was not able to be there through her last stages of life, and it's even more painful because I only have one other sibling. So she had to deal with my mom's passing on her. Well, my mom falling, uh, getting sicker and sicker each time, and be there for her. So I had to tell myself there's just got to be something else that's there for me, because I can't go back and replace the time that I miss with my mom. But I don't want to be missing stuff with my children in the future. So like everybody else, I went through Facebook, and I don't even know what it was. I guess I opened my eyes maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, picked up the phone, and started to scroll through, and I saw that. I don't even know whose feed I was clicking on. So eventually I started to get the emails from Ray, and I kept asking myself, could this be the answer that I'm looking for? To be able to eventually not have to do an 8 to 5 job anymore and be able to stay home and spend more time with my children, my husband, and just be more of a participant rather than just a provider. And I don't know, I guess I was so excited to get started, and after I started to watch what's going on, I was like, I can see the opportunity. It's just I am not so tech savvy, so I find myself struggling with all the different things to learn. Like Ed was talking about pixels the other day for Facebook, and I said, what the heck are pixels? Where do I go on the webs? Yeah, on the training site, I have to go back to all this, but I'm trying to hang in there. I'm trying to eventually be like Dan and Lynn, Ray and Kara. Eddie's a mentor here, so I'm truly motivated by all the videos and the support and help that you guys are putting out there. And I just keep telling myself I can't quit. I want this for my family. I cannot quit.
Thanks, Therese. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate you putting yourself out there and sharing your story. And you touched a lot on some great points and what you've gone through. I mean, many of us have lost family members, but how old are your kids right now?
I have 4 older sets of daughters. The oldest is 33.
Wow.
The
Your youngest?
My son just turned 11.
11. So you still have a couple of more years there to spend with them, and you're right in the right business right now to be able to get that time and with them and be able to enjoy it. I mean, it's rare. There's no way we can ever get back time that we've missed with our kids and our friends and family. That moving forward, we just have to look for the future and how we can control it. But I really appreciate you sharing your stories and everything, and you touched already on the topic, which was fear. Many of us, go through a lot of challenges, obstacles in our life, and it's basically because of the fear that we have, that we've built up over the years and learned over the years of trying to become a better person. But you get so much negativity from others that you've actually got so scared to put yourself out there, and right now what you're doing tonight, you really stepped up and broke through that one barrier of fear, because we're all going to be going through stages of fear, in our business and in our lives, that every time we break through each stage of fear that we encounter, it makes us even more stronger. So I know you're going to be a stronger person, learning from this and being in this business, and I know you're going to be going and becoming a better leader and a good leader, and be able to help others out there, because I know where you're coming from. I mean, I know Therese personally, because she actually lives down the street from us, and we're actually somewhat related. So I know what she's talking about when she mentioned talking about her mom and everything. So thank you, Therese, for really sharing and really putting yourself out there because it's only going to make you stronger and better as you go down. Hey, I see Joaquin is able to join us tonight. Joaquin,
Thank you.
hi. Did you want to jump on and just share a little bit about yourself, where you're from?
Only gonna make you stronger and better. That's great.
Hey, I see
The kid is able to join us tonight. Kid, thank you.
Joaquin.
Jump on and just share a little bit about yourself, where you're from. Only gonna make you stronger and better.
Hey, Joaquin.
Hi, Ed. Can you hear me?
The kid is able to
Yes, I can hear you. I think you have the other. Maybe you can pause the other side. I think you're watching it on the other side. Are you?
Hi, Ed. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I think you have the other. Maybe you can pause the other side. I think you're watching it on the other side. Are you? Are you watching the live?
Yeah, right here. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah. Go ahead and pause the live feed. There you go. There you go. I got you.
You got me.
Yeah, so basically, we just had everyone introduce themselves and share a little bit, and then our topic that we're going to be going into tonight is that I wanted to talk about was fear. So go ahead and introduce yourself and share a little bit.
Oh, hi, Ed. Hi, team. Hi, Dan and Lynn. And what am I going to say? My name is Joaquin. I'm from Project Make It Happen in Guam. I want to thank all of you guys for you are my inspiration for doing this business. My background is I I came from one of the small islands in Micronesia. Um, I've been seeing a lot of people going off and abroad uh, to what everyone else is doing is to want to go off island uh, to have a better life, and most of it is they want to do their what they call the American dream. So I was one of them that if only I can go off and I can have a better life, and I have a better family, and I have a better future, and that's where I decided to um, go abroad. And it's the only place that I can go is Guam because it's closer to my place. But anyway, I'm gonna be leaving next week to my island to stay, and then I'll not be back about maybe about two weeks. But anyway, when I came here, I started working with this company, and I've been working with this company for more than 20 years. And though I climbed the corporate ladder, I still struggle. I'm still struggling with my finances thing. So there's a lot of time that I look at my kids in their eyes that I don't have enough finance to really help them to go to school, and sometimes when they there's one time that it was really getting me when I came from work and I was really out of money there, and then I came. There was nothing to eat at that time. So I was looking at them and I was feeling so sad that really I cannot really feed my family here. So I just went and buy we were eating like a bread that evening, and that's really hurting my feeling too. But as I continue working, I still have struggle. I still trying to find other way where I can have some finances too. Even though I trying to get some what they usually call now is a fast gas, it's still not help me. But I've been joining other marketing, and I found out too that I'm still working for these people to accomplish their dream. Especially with the company that I'm working with. Um, right now, I'm already being in a higher position where I take care of the company, and I seen the owner here. The owner here is been traveling, and that's what my desire is. I want to be like him. He's turning his time, going vacation and taking his family, and then myself as what? I'm just getting this person really getting a lot of money and company making his dream to go off and taking his family, but no, here I am. I'm stuck right here, and I want to be um, one of them that taking their family around, they can tour around the world. So that was I was looking around what else that I can do to really help me replace my job. But not long ago that I found this system, and I want to thank all of you that you really give me help me out with setting me up and getting all these running. So when I first get into the system, I have fear. I fear that I'm going to be failed. And then I left for a while, and then I want to thank you, Ed, and Ray, and the rest of the team, because I continue to receive email encouraging me to watch the webinar, and then certain times I keep watching and say, you know what, I think I missed out here. I think I left the system too early, and that's when I look at it and say, you know what, I've seen a lot of people they're making changes in their life, so uh, I think I made a bad decision, and that's when I decided to come back. And then when I came in, I'm going to let you guys know that the machine that we bought, it really even changed our life. And I been sharing with some of my family members, and it's just a matter of time. I know they're talking that they wanted to have one of the machine, but I started working with them. But with this system, I don't have any I'm not really good in computer internet, but you guys really taught me a lot. I learned a lot from this. And Ed, I always call you up and message you how to do this, and you always help me out on that because I don't have any, I didn't even know anything about computer. I'm kind of like an old old technology here. I don't know anything about computer, but you guys should really help me out. And
No,
then
you're
I
doing
know,
good
yeah. And then right now, I see the difference now because I learn a lot. Not only that, but I start seeing myself, that position myself that this is the system that they're really going to help me out. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to turn back. I'm going to continue. So now, even though the fear of money, whatever, I still wanted to continue to do this system because I want to do it for my family because I know at the end it will pay off everything. So I'm so happy to join these a good family here. So I'm so encouraged with all the talking that we were just finished today. A lot of things that happened. I said, you know what, this is the best area, best place to be. Only if I can really encourage the other people to join the system. But the system really helped me out and it really changed my life too. And the machine, the Kangen water machine that I bought, even it really helped my health is really improving right now. And I'm sharing this because it's really changed my life, my family, my kids, and other family that I share with them. It's really good. So that's all I just wanted to share for tonight, Ed. Thank you so much for having me up here.
Hey,
Hey,
thanks for
thank
you
you.
touched base on our topic, which was computer. And
And
you
you
mentioned, I think
mentioned,
you mentioned the fear for that I guess money, not being able to afford it, if I'm correct. Did I get that right, Joaquin? Yeah. A lot of times, we every single one of us have different types of fear uh, going on in life when we first join the business and everything. Some of us might be, fear to just shoot a video or fear to, what if I fail? I think that's one of the biggest things, and even just feeling scared to even start, and join the business. Those are so many different types of fears that we go through that we actually have to overcome in our lives to be able to um, change internally, change within ourselves. Because once we start changing ourselves and be able to overcome those obstacles and those challenges, our lives will get better, and we'll be able to touch bases and reach people even more on a personal level. But thanks, Joaquin. I really appreciate you sharing. And You say you're going on vacation, so make sure you sign up everybody on your island. Dan or Lynn, did you guys want to come on and talk a little bit about maybe some of your fears or what challenges you might have gone through?
Yeah. You know what's so funny? Talking about fear. I want to tell this story. Uh, when I was young, and how it kind of relates to me now, because a lot of times, when there's like a new opportunity in front of you, right? Sometimes fear kicks in, and you just don't know what kind of decision to make, because you're dwelling on the past. And one of the fears that I had, and this is gonna probably make you laugh or probably relate with me, right? Okay, so as a young kid, in elementary, when I was going to school, we would go down this trail, down the pineapple fields, right? Because Hawaii, they had like a lot of pineapple fields, right? So where we would live at, we would do this hike, I don't know, maybe about a mile, maybe a little bit longer. I'm not too sure exactly. So you do this hike, and once you get up to this trail, there's this place, the river or the creek that you can jump in and you can swim, right? And in elementary, I jumped in the water. Lynn knows this story. I jumped in the water and I started panicking. Right, you jump in the water's going over my head, and I'm like freaking out, right, freaking out. And then my brother and his friends jump in. They come and save my life. And ever since that, I had the fear of drowning. So every time we go to the beach, right? Lynn knows. Every time we go to the beach and I'm standing on sand, right? And like when you're standing on the water, and let's say you're like, let's say you're let me my computer saying is let's say your chest, the water's up to your chest, and if you're standing there and the current comes in and the sand gets pulled under, and then now you're like here, and then the water comes up, and then so for years I had the fear. Seriously, I had the fear. Look, Joaquin is like laughing at me. Lynn is like laughing at me, right? I had the fear of drowning. So I don't know. Maybe it was about, maybe I would say the last 8 years. I think within the last past 8 years, Lynn wants to go to the beach, and I hate going to the beach because I don't want to drown. My fear of drowning, right? I'll stay in the water up to whatever, right? In fact, I would stay here. I would go right here, right, little above the stomach, below the chest, right? And that's as far as I would go, and I would swim, and I wouldn't swim out. I would swim, what is that? Parallel to the ocean, right? To the sand. So then that way I don't drown, right? And it's kind of weird because in high school I would jump off the rock, but I wouldn't say anything that I would like jump off this rock off Waimea Bay, and I'll jump into the water. And as soon as I'm in the water, I start like swimming towards the rock, right? But anyways, I wanted to overcome this fear, and I told Lynn, okay, I'll go with you to the water, but I need to like work my way, and every time like we'd go to the beach, I would work, we'd go to this, I think it's Sharks Cove, and I would, swim when it's low tide. She'd kind of like, we'd check it out, and then she'd tell me, okay, where to go and not to, where not to go. And Lynn can swim, but I gotta be careful, because if I panic, I'm gonna drown. If I drown, I'm gonna pull it down. Then we'll both drown, right? Anyway, so this one area that we'd go to, I would gain confidence. We would buy the snorkel. I would get the fins. I would buy gloves, right? Because another fear that I have is what's in the water and what I cannot see, right? See, like Lynn is like laughing. So, anyways, we get this camera, and I tell her, okay, you know what? I'm getting a lot more confident. I want you to take my picture under the water. So we do. I gotta look for the picture. So there is a picture of me standing under the water, and maybe like about a couple of feet of water above my head. So I kind of overcame my fears. But ever since that, it's been a while since we've been to the beach, right? And I didn't go, and I think it was like sometime last year in the summer. Some of the guys, the online marketers came down. One guy came from Canada, one of my mentors. He said, let's go to Kauai, and we did. And I didn't really want to tell them I couldn't swim. So if they're watching this video now, they're gonna find out. But I went in the water. I was getting slammed, but I was like, I don't care because I was around people that didn't show fear, right? They're online marketers. If you have fear, it's gonna hold you back. And then I watched these guys, and I said, "What the heck?" What? I took off my shirt, I had some shorts, jumped in the water, right? And I got slammed, and I kind of really enjoyed myself. So now let me forward this a couple months later. So now we have this event in Hawaii, and my friend Pocky goes, "Hey, I want to invite you guys to the beach. I'm going to have a paddle board, and I'm going to have a kayak." So I said, "Okay, okay." And again, my fear of drowning. So what I did was I told her, "Okay, you know what? I don't go to this event. I mean, I go to this thing with our friends, right? We need to go to Walmart. I need to buy me a vest." So I bought on the vest, right? Bought the vest. As soon as we got to the beach, unloaded all our stuff. I put on the vest. I said, "Okay, where's the?" I was gonna jump on the paddleboard, and I kind of think twice. I'm like, "Okay, it doesn't seem as easy as it is, right?" But what I did was I had that vest on. I jumped in the kayak and I just started paddling. I just started paddling, right? Kailua Beach, very, very beautiful. And I told myself, I kept telling myself, "You got this. Don't be afraid, right? Don't be afraid." And the reason why I'm telling this story is because when I was little and I drowned, that fear set in and never did go away. And that's what held me back for many, many years. And if you let fear do that to you, right? If I were to hang on to that fear that when I drowned when I was a little kid, if I let that fear hang on to me, I would never have gotten that kayak. Even if I had assistance with that vest, I went out there and I paddled that kayak and I went to that little island. I don't know, this little thing. And it took me a while to get that kayak up to the. I don't know what I was doing. I had to like put it up to the hill and stuff. And I dragged it, and I was like, "Oh, frick, man, I went to the wrong place." I dragged it to the where you could like set the kayaks, and I told myself, "Man, I did it. I did it." And then I turned around and I got back on the kayak, and the current started pulling me in a different direction, and I said, "I'm not gonna die today." But don't let fear hold you back, because like I said, that's what held me back, and I didn't let fear win that day. But that's all I got. So I mean, when you look at this business here, it's going to be the fear of the unknown. You're going to be like, "Well, what am I? What is this? How does this system work?" And once you start applying what you learn, because to be honest, I'm not a computer person. I have a Mac computer, and when I first bought the Mac, they told me Mac is made for dummies, and I said, "I'm a dummy, and I'm going to get a Mac, and I have one, and it works for me." And if I had this fear of not getting started, and sometimes you might need the extra push, because Lynn was the extra push that told me we need to contact Ray now, because if not, I will. That is a true story. That is a very true story, and yeah, we wouldn't be where we are today if I still had that fear. If we didn't get started, I wouldn't have get started, and I wouldn't have met all these people. I wouldn't have learned some of the skills that I learned today. But yeah, that's all I got, Eddie.
All right, Dan.
I hope you got a good laugh out of it, but that's my story. That's my
It was
story.
good, but that's it's a good story because like you say, fear is really what is in here, right? It's not tangible. So basically, we're holding ourselves back because of that fear of what we've experienced back in our lives. So yeah. Thanks for sharing. I'm pretty sure. I wife's not here, but I know she's just like you. She went to a raft and she almost did. So I don't want to say anymore. Lynn, jump in and say something? You want to add to that?
I do. You know what? I want to touch up on what Dan said about going to the beach. He knows I love the beach, and even if he was scared of, he was fearful, he still went and did it for me, and I supported him when we went deeper, and just seeing what he overcame, even when we went to Kailua Beach and I saw him get in the kayak, I don't know, I was playing with Haley in the water, Ray, and I turned my back for a little. He was on a kayak going out, and I remember sitting with somebody and going, he doesn't know how to swim. I was scared. I was fearful for him. But I just watched him go out, and, I just knew he was going to be able to go to the island and come back. But I'm so proud of him that he did that he overcame that, because I know how afraid he was of the water. But, you know what, I want to tell you a story about myself. My fear was about talking in front of people, more than 5 people. I used to be so nervous. Like, I wouldn't, if somebody was to ask me to speak, I would come up with an excuse of why I'm not. And you know what? When we got into this business, I realized that I needed to be able to speak so that people could hear or know where we came from, so that they knew that they would be able to overcome and reach success. And every time I got on a webinar, let me tell you, my heart was beating 1,000 times a minute. In fact, I remember getting on a webinar with one of our mentors a while back, and that was my first time. Some of you might know that when we're on that webinar, I was sitting on a chair that could swivel, and I kept swiveling. I couldn't stay still. I even ran over my dog's tail. I mean, that's how nervous I was. And I know I've come a long way, because I've been able to speak on stage. I've been able to speak in front of at least 100 people. So I know what fear is. I know how to conquer it. You just got to talk to yourself. You have to talk to yourself in positive ways. Never, because what you think people are thinking, it's not even what they're thinking. It's what you're thinking about yourself. And but that's how I've been able to conquer and come out on these webinars and speak in front of people, because you know what? People need to hear other people's stories so that they know that they can succeed also. But yeah, that's my story on fear.
Thanks, Lynn. Appreciate that. That's just the thing. We feed off. Sometimes we feed off other people's fear in a positive way, because you saw Dad doing it, and you saw him overcome his fear to go out in the water, and it's inspiring for you because you saw him conquer one of his fears out there and come back. So it makes you really proud, and I'm proud. I wasn't even there, and I'm proud of you, Dad. So good job. But that's true. I mean, a lot of times when we share our stories and stuff, it's really not only to help ourselves, but also to help others out there that might be going through some sort of challenge as well, and to let them know that they're not alone. So thanks, Lynn. I really appreciate that. I saw that we have Virgie and Kevin join us. Virgie, did you want to come on?
No, thank you.
You don't want to share a little bit?
Not yet.
Not yet? You're not ready? Okay. How about you, Kev? Are you there? You want to come on and share the topic we're talking about tonight? But if you want to go ahead and just introduce yourself for now. Let me get it. You got it? All right. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Are you at work?
I'm at the carnival tonight. This is the first night we open.
Oh, it just opened tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. My name is Kevin Ace. Well, I'm a building maintenance contractor during the day. Nighttime, I'm a carny. I work at the carnival. Yeah, so tonight's the first night we open for a 2-month carnival experience, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know it started tonight.
Yeah.
So, so what do you? I mean, right now tonight's topic is pretty much about some of the fears that might have overcome or have overcome in our past. And I know with you, I know you already, and for quite some while, and I know you've gone through some challenges and things that you were able to overcome. You want to share maybe one of those that you might have
Well,
experienced?
I guess my biggest fear is speaking in public, speaking to a crowd, speaking online. I'm
Oh, you're
getting
doing a good
better at
job.
it. I don't stutter as much as I used to. Um, I'm pretty much overcoming it. It's been a challenge. You know, uh, just work on it every day. I talk to my camera as much as I can, which helps.
Yes, definitely. And you got to keep doing it because it shows you've really gotten a lot better. And I'm really proud of you because of where you've come. Like I say, I've known you for quite some time already, and now you're doing really great. And you're one of the growing members in our group. And here you are at work, and you're able to make time to come out here and join us on the panel. So I want to thank you for doing that, and just great job.
Yeah, I got myself a internet thingy here so I can get online anywhere I go.
There you go. You're starting to live the laptop lifestyle now. There, you got yourself. You're mobile anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Well, good job. I appreciate you coming on and then sharing a little bit more. Therese, did you want to come on there and share maybe a little bit more about some fear you might overcome? Or Joaquin, did you guys want to come on? Did you guys have anything to add? Did you guys have anything else to add? Joaquin, did you want to come on? Let me see. I think you're muted. Let me go ahead and unmute you real quick here. There you go.
Oh,
Can you
hi.
guys? There you go. I can hear you now.
Okay. I think my biggest fear is, same as Lynn and was that the other guy? Is
Dan?
speaking, yeah, speaking in public. When I attend school, I always have a fear that, whenever like in the classroom, I don't want the teacher to appoint me to or appointed to me to do something, or I always have fear with that. And I have that fear until like when I go to college, and I still have that fear. And then when I came to Guam working, I still have that fear. I don't want like speaking in public or just when they ask me to introduce myself. I have that fear. Oh, I don't want those people to make me stand and introduce myself. That was my biggest fear that I had. And there is a time where they asked me in the church that Joaquin, we want you to join the congregation to do some like offertory. And I said, oh no, I don't want to do that. But they say, you know what, pray about it and think about it. As I pray, I say, you know what, I'm gonna try. But when I went up on the stage there, the podium, oh, I was so sweating. Even if the church is having the air con there, it's cold, but I don't know. I was so sweaty because I never stand in front of people and speaking. And that's the first time I started to have a little bit. The first time and the second time they asked me, I say, okay, but when I did it the second time, I still have a struggle with it. I have that fear, but you know what? That's the third time they asked me, is Joaquin, we want you to talk to speak for the church. I say, oh no, I don't know. I don't want to do that because I have that fear. And then they keep pushing me and they ask me, Joaquin, you have to get over all these. And I pray about it and I went up there and then I just share my story, how I became a Christian there. And then after that, I still have a fear too that I don't want the church to ask me again to go up there. But you know what? I get better and better and better and on that too. And then with doing this, joining the system, I still have that fear. But you know what? I just push myself to do some videos and be able to do the time like this, the talking. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable because that's where I have to really come out and overcome the fear, and that's the fear that really because I know that like Dan said that we don't want to let this fear stop us from what we're doing, especially in the business, because the fear that really hold us, it's just us that we're holding us, we're not letting the fear to hold us back, doing our business, because that fear, if the fear that I have back in elementary all the way to college is, and then by training at the church, they want me to go up there. I have that fear, but now I can be able to talk in front of people, but a little fear. But I can overcome the fear. That's the fear that I have. That's the one I have. The fear that I have.
All
Yeah.
right. Thanks for sharing it. It just shows that every single one of us, have our own set of fears, and we're slowly overcoming it. And this is the perfect venue for many of you guys to come on and share because, like Kevin said, that's one of his fears, and Joaquin was talking public speaking, but here you're able to come out and share amongst each other and help each other because it's through this process that we break through that barrier that would get us to the next level, to the next stage that we want in getting our results. And as we continue to come onto this hangout and webinar, it makes us even more stronger and better where we're able to just go out there and talk to just anybody out there that we wanted. It's coming up to the top of the hour. Did Therese or Kevin, did you guys want to add any more before I close out? Did any one of you guys? You okay? Therese, did you want to speak? Is anything? You okay? Okay. Verge, did you want to come out and just introduce yourself, who you are? And
Okay.
all right, just introduce who you are and a little bit about yourself, and that's it.
Um, my name is Verge. Um,
Did you want to
okay,
share
so
your screen? You know how to
no,
show your video? Oh, okay then.
no.
That's fine. You can go ahead and go.
The only reason is because of the job that I do, and everybody's here on Guam, so it's the job that I do is you can say it's dangerous, and yeah, I can't get everybody's word to say that if they ever have to cross me, the danger won't be there. It's not a I wish I could say my job is okay, but it's not. It's dangerous.
Oh, okay.
But I will tell you, I am a repossession agent.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, I guess that's why I'm withholding my last name and my face because I have come across a lot of dangerous things out there, and people on Guam. Oh my God. Yeah, one day I'd love to meet all of you, and hopefully, if your car's not in my way, we'll still do this business.
Hopefully.
So that's it for now, guys. Sorry.
All right, thanks, Reggie. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay, see, well, just thanks for at least sharing a little bit about yourself and who you are. But did anybody else want to come out and share anything else before I go ahead and wrap up? We're all good. All right. I just want to thank every single one of you guys that's here on the panel for coming out and sharing and just hanging out and sharing some of our stories with each other. It's because it's through this process that makes us a better person, makes us stronger, and overcome a lot of the fear in our life that just holds us back. And we all want the same thing in life, and pretty much just to move forward and become successful and really get a better way of life for ourselves and for our family. And for those of you that might be watching us, maybe on the replay, this is what we do on a weekly basis. We actually created this webinar for people on this side of the globe because we are a global business, and that's one thing that's beautiful about this is we are a global business, and this was created so that everyone on this part of the globe, on this side of the international airline, is able to still come together and join and share our stories and make us and overcome some of our fears and challenges that we go through in life. And if, like I say, if you're just joining us right now and watching the replay, we invite you guys, if you guys want to see what we're all about and what this community is about in really want to dive into what we do, then I invite you to click on my picture. You'll be able to see a picture down below this video, and if you click on the picture, you're going to see a badge that pops up along with an orange button at the bottom. And if you really want to join in and are willing to take action and overcome that first fear, because that's the biggest thing, is the first fear is taking action. If you're able to take action and just want to jump in with us, click on that blue button. That's the badge to join our team and be able to learn some new skill sets and learn what we're all about. Then we invite you to click on that blue button. The cost is about $99 to get in and learn and get access to the skill sets that every single one of us are utilizing in our business to really get us to where we want to be in life, and that is pretty much getting us to a better way of life and being successful in our lives and be able to help others in getting there. And if you're not able to, you can click on the orange button below and fill out the questionnaire form so that we'll be able to get back to you. But again, I want to thank everybody on the panel. Thank you for coming on. I know you guys in Hawaii, it's almost midnight there, I'm pretty sure already. So thank you for jumping on. I really appreciate you guys. Joaquin, Kevin, Therese, and Virgie, thank you for joining us and coming on. As we do this every week, things will get easier and better for you guys, so you'll be able to share more and be able to share and talk to friends even more and overcome those fears that we constantly come across in our lives. But thank you, everyone. And I'll see you guys next weekend on the next webinar, and I hope we can get more people to come on and share their stories. All right,
Good night,
thanks, everyone. Okay, bye.
Good night.